Hey, it's Blane from Current Automotive, and I'm here with two excellent plug-in hybrid electric vehicles that at first glance have more similarities than differences. But the Honda Clarity is the Japanese automaker's first attempt at a plug-in hybrid electric vehicle, while the Chevy Volt is the car that launched the segment into the American mainstream back in 2011. Fitting a futuristic electric car, the interior is suitably futuristic feeling, with two screens displaying you information. A digital gauge cluster displays your speed, fuel status, and battery charge level, while a center console screen is how you'll interact with the audio and navigation system. Plus, Apple CarPlay and Android Auto are standard on all second-gen Volts. Interior quality is pretty good. This premier trim level features a heated steering wheel and nice-feeling heated leather seats. The buttons on the steering wheel and the dash are a nice, soft-touch material, but the bulk of the dash and the lower doors are a generic plastic. And while space up front isn't cramped, I've got plenty of headroom and legroom, it does feel a little tight. This isn't a super spacious car, and a squeeze is definitely something felt by the rear seats. I'm 5'10", and I have to tilt my head to keep myself from hitting the ceiling in this car. So the rear seats are definitely suited for smaller passengers, although they are sure to appreciate the optional rear seat heaters. The Chevy Volt has a storage capacity of just 10.6 cubic feet. While that may not be that big, the car actually has a couple of clever tricks up its sleeve to help you get the most out of it. First off, instead of a trunk like a traditional car, the Volt has an enormous hatch. This super wide opening will make loading your luggage and groceries really easy. And if that's not enough for you, the rear seats will fold 60-40, more than doubling your cargo room. The Volt's interior then. It's good, comfortable, and intuitive, if a little small due to its nature as a compact car. That's an issue that the Honda Clarity plug-in just doesn't have to deal with. The car, first launched in 2018, is over a foot longer than the Chevy Volt. At 192.7 inches long, it's actually the largest sedan that Honda sells. And the space is something you'll enjoy when you're in the Clarity's cabin. It's roomy, and the material choice in this touring model is excellent. The leather seats feel great, and the dashboard has wood and ultra-suede trim that looks very nice. Heated seats are standard on all models of the Clarity plug-in, and this touring trim has power front driver and passenger seats, along with two memory settings for the driver. Like the Volt, information is delivered via two screens, one dash-mounted and one console-mounted. The Clarity is a newer car, and both of its screens have a more modern-looking design than the Volt, but they're equally functional. The Clarity also has Apple CarPlay and Android Auto standard. The back seats are where the Clarity's extra length is most strongly felt. While I don't have a ton of extra headroom, I've got plenty of legroom, and I'm very comfortable back here. 3 people could realistically fit back here, and 2 full-sized adults could fit back here and be comfortable for a long time. Cargo capacity on the Clarity is 15.5 cubic feet, and you can increase that space by folding the 60-40 split seats down. But you'll have to make do with a standard trunk instead of the Volt's enormous hatch. The Honda Clarity plug-in has a 17 kilowatt-hour battery pack that's good for approximately 47 miles of electric-only driving, and the car is driven by 2 electric motors. When the battery gets low, a 1.5-liter internal combustion engine will turn on to generate extra power. Altogether, the powertrain makes about 181 horsepower and 232 pound-feet of torque. Of course, the instant torque delivery is what makes driving an electric car fun and different from a conventional car. For a sedan weighing over 4,000 pounds, the Clarity is pretty quick and brisk in getting up to speed. Steering is light, easy, and precise, but nothing special, and you really feel the heavy weight of the car as the body leans when you're taking it into a corner. The Chevy Volt has an 18.4 kilowatt-hour battery pack that's good for about 53 miles of electric-only driving. Like the Clarity, the Volt's wheels are driven by 2 electric motors. Also like the Clarity, the Volt has a 1.5-liter internal combustion engine that can deliver extra power to the wheels or battery as necessary. To be fair, the Volt came out 7 years before the Clarity did. Altogether, the powertrain makes 147 horsepower and a whopping 292 pound-feet of torque. Plus, the Volt is 250 pounds lighter than the Honda is. All this means that the Volt is a little bit quicker and a fair bit more fun to drive than the Clarity is. It may not deliver the mind-bending acceleration of a Tesla, but the Volt is a fun electric drive. Steering is easy, but has a decent weight to it. Combine that with the car's smaller size and lower center of gravity, and that means the Volt takes corners with a surprising level of enthusiasm for an eco car. The Volt is actually a winner in the engine noise department. Both cars, like all electric cars, are very quiet while the electric motors are running, but the Volt's engine is definitely quieter when it turns on compared to the Honda's. They're both great cars and are great ways to dip your toes into the sea of electrified vehicles if you're not ready for a full battery electric just yet. Current Automotive carries both of these cars, and you can check our inventory by following a link in the description below. And you can subscribe to this YouTube channel for more electric car content.